Hello, and thank you very much for watching my little video. So this is going to be just a short workout, probably about 15 minutes of standing Pilates for you, okay? The goal here is just to mobilise your spine, correct your posture, and yeah, get the body moving really. So you can do this at any time of the day, and all you really need is a little bit of floor and enough room to swing your arms around a wee bit. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start first of all with our setup, posture setup. So I want you to get your feet hip width apart. So that is just two fists. So you can try putting your fists down in between your feet and then have your feet pointing forwards. So not pointing out too much or pointing in, just have them nice and forwards pointing. And then keep a nice softness in your knees and then move up towards your pelvis and your hips. And I'm just going to show you sideways on. So you do a little bit of tilting forwards and backwards of the pelvis, just to get familiar with how that feels. And then finish with it just slightly tilted forwards, so you get that nice natural curve in the bottom of your spine, your lumbar curve. Okay, and then move on up the body into your shoulders and roll the shoulders up, back and down. So your hands are resting nicely at the side of your body rather than in front. Okay, so already your posture is improved. You should be standing slightly taller and your spine is in its natural position, which is good and healthy for it. Okay, and then keep your head up nice and tall. And then in Pilates we breathe in a specific way, so which allows you to use your core muscles really well. Okay, so we breathe in through the nose and expand the ribs out the side, the ribs and lungs. And then as you breathe out through the mouth and start to draw in those lower abdominal muscles, pulling the belly button backwards. Breathe in through the ribs, or through the nose into the ribs. And then breathe out, draw your belly button back. Okay, good. And then just try and keep that breathing pattern going throughout this workout. Okay, so then breathe in through the nose and just reach the arms up towards the ceiling. And then breathe out as you circle them nice and wide, squeezing the shoulders together in your back as you bring the arms back down. Show you sideways on. Breathe in, stretch the arms up. And then breathe out, circle nice and wide. Bring the arms down. Good. Breathe in, stretch up. And breathe out, circle back. And then we add in a little twist. So breathe in, reach up. And then with nice soft knees, just twist over to one side. Breathing out as you bring the arms down. Come back through the middle. Breathe in, stretch up. And then twist over to the other side. Breathe out as you bring the arms down. And again, breathe in, stretch up. And breathe out, bring the arms down. Good, back through the middle, breathe in, reach up. And then breathe out, bring the arms back down. Good, and then two nice big shoulder rolls. And one more big circle, breathe in, stretch up. And breathe out, circle back. Okay, good. All right, then just a little bit of hip mobility. So again, shoulders start off back and down, breathe in into the ribs. And then as you breathe out, you're just gonna lift up that right leg so the knee is level with your hip. And then lower it back down again. And then the other side, lift and lower. And then back to the right again. Good. Trying to use those core muscles to keep you nice and balanced and stop you wobbling too much. So try not to use your arms to keep you balanced. It's all coming from within. Okay, and then we're going to try adding on a little bit, so you will extend the leg out in front and then bend and lower. I'll show you sideways on. Lift up to hip level, extend, bend and lower. Other leg, lift, extend, bend and lower. Good, keep on going. Lift, extend, bend and lower. Bend and lower. One more time on each leg. Lift, extend, bend and lower. Shoulders still back and down. And lower. Good. Then we're going to add in some external rotation. So open that leg out to the side, bring it back to the middle and down. Then the left leg, lift, open, back to the middle and down. Right leg, lift, open, back to the center and down. Good. And just keep going. Moving the limbs as much as you can, just not forcing it and just going with your body, not working against it without wanting to sound too cheesy. Lift, open, center and down. Lift, open, center and down. Good. Okay, then bring your feet slightly wider apart and have your toes pointing up towards the corners of your rim or the corners of your mat. Okay, and start off with the shoulders again, roll back and down, head lifted. And then breathe in, come down into a nice deep squat and reach forwards with the hands. And then breathe out, push up through the heels and bring the arms back, lifting your triceps up towards the ceiling. I'm going to show you sideways on because the knee position is important. So as you breathe in, bring the bum out behind you, arms forwards, and then bend down, keeping these knees nicely tucked behind your toes. And then breathe out, push up through the heels, working into the glute muscles and bringing the arms up behind you. Breathe in, lower, and breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower, and breathe out, lift. Okay, so if you're finding that when you squat down you can't see your feet underneath your knees, just focus on keeping the knees in the right position rather than squatting down so deep. Okay, so if you're only able to squat down about this much, then that's fine. Breathe in as you lower and breathe out. Good, and two more. Breathe in, breathe out as you lift, pushing everything back into the heels. Even lift your toes up off the floor as a little reminder that everything should be in the back of your body. Okay, good. All right, then you bring the feet a little wider again. Okay, and again with your shoulders back and head and chest lifted, you're going to come down into a little semi-squat position and just have your fingertips pointing downwards, resting on the inside of your thighs. Okay, then breathe in. And then as you breathe out, twist around, bringing the right shoulder down towards the floor and looking up over your left shoulder towards the ceiling. Breathe in, come back into the center, keeping the legs in the same position. And then breathe out, bring that left shoulder down and look up over your right shoulder. Breathe in, back into the center. And breathe out. Feeling a lovely twist in your spine. Breathe in. I know the legs start to hurt, but just go with it. or rise up a little bit if it's really too much to bear. And when you come through the center, just do a nice little roll of your shoulders backwards to be sure that you don't start into this slouching, okay? Remember, it's posture that we're addressing. Good. Last time each side. Breathe in into the middle and breathe out, twist. Good, and then finally lift your legs back up again and bring your feet back together into that nice hip width distance apart. Okay, check your posture again. Pelvis tilted, shoulders rolled back. Okay, good. Then breathe in as you lift your right arm up towards the ceiling. And then as you breathe out, slide the hand down the outside of your left leg, coming into a lovely side bend, feeling the muscles stretching down the side of the body. Good, and then back up into the center, swap over, breathe in, left arm up, and then stretch over as you breathe out. Breathe in into the middle. And don't worry too much about the breathing. I know I say a lot of breathe in and breathe out. If you're not getting it quite right, don't worry about it. Just try not to hold your breath when you're doing any of the moves. And always think, breathe out on the exertion or on the stretch. Muscles relax when you breathe out. So that's why when you're stretching, like in this overside stretch, it's nice to do it as you breathe out so that the muscles have a little bit of a chance to relax and stretch a bit further. One more time each side. Okay, lovely, good. Then bring your elbows into your side and have your palms pointing up towards the ceiling. Again, shoulders rolled down. Breathe in to prepare for your movement. And then as you breathe out, slide the shoulders together in your back as if you're squeezing your shoulders together. Keep the elbows close in. Breathe in to release. Breathe out, squeeze. And breathe in, release. Breathe out, squeeze. And breathe in, release. Good, and one more. Breathe in, release. Good. Then just flip your hands so that your hands are now resting on the elbows, and keep the arms up at shoulder level. Okay, but don't let this happen. Don't let your shoulders scrunch up. So your shoulders are still down in their sockets, but the arms are lifted. Okay, so now in this one, we're going to focus on keeping our hips pointing forwards. We're going into the spine twist. So breathe in to prepare for your movement. And then as you breathe out, twist around looking over your right shoulder. And then breathe in, come back to the middle. And then breathe out looking over your left shoulder. Breathe in, back to the middle. And breathe out round to the right again. Okay, and just like I said at the start, focus on your hips pointing forwards all the time. Okay, so you don't want this to happen, that you start to move the whole body. You'll be able to go round a lot further if you do that, but it's just a different exercise. It's not going to injure you or anything, it's just not the purpose of this. The purpose of this is to work with the spine, strengthen your spine, and mobilize your spine. So we're moving your spine in every direction. Breathe in, coming through the middle, and breathing out as you twist over to the side. Okay, then stay on whatever side you're on, and then I want you to open the arms and bring it into a bit of a wider, deeper stretch, but still focusing on keeping your hips coming forwards. Sweep everything back into the middle, and then breathe out round the other side, and open out the arms. Breathe in, bring everything back. And breathe out the other side. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good, one more time each side. Okay, good, and then just drop the arms down by your side. And then I want you to hold on to a nice imaginary ball just at your chest. Okay, and then breathe in as you push the ball up towards the ceiling. And then breathe out as you roll it down the front of the body, okay? So you're following that ball and rolling down through each vertebra in your back. And then hold the ball down on the floor. If you can, put one hand down onto the floor. Let's start with the right. And then reach up and look up over your left shoulder towards your left hand, which is pointing up towards the ceiling. Good, and then swap over, so bring your left hand down to either the ball or the floor, whichever you can manage. And then twist up, looking up over your right shoulder to the right fingertips, which are pointing up towards the ceiling. Good, then come back down, grab hold of this imaginary ball and just slide it back up the legs and feel that spine restacking each bone vertebra one on top of the other. And then breathe in, slide the ball back up towards the ceiling. And then breathe out, bring it back down. Lovely, slow, controlled movement. Remembering to bring in those lower abdominals as you breathe out. Then keep your right hand down on the floor. Breathe out as you lift up, looking up over your left shoulder towards the ceiling. And then swap over. Left hand to the floor, right hand pointing up to the ceiling and looking up over your shoulder, and allowing some movement in the knees. Your legs don't need to be completely rigid through this. And then both hands back down and just roll that ball back up the body and back up to your chest, and then throw the ball away. Okay, roll the shoulders back down and then take a lovely breath in as you reach the arms up towards the ceiling. And then breathe out, circling them nice and wide. Bringing them back down. Breathe in, reach up. And breathe out, circle them back. Keep the hands down and do two nice big arm circle or shoulder circles. And again, breathe in, reach the arms up. And breathe out, circle nice and wide. One more. And two nice shoulder circles. Good, then back to those leg movements. So lift the right knee level with the hip, extend the leg, and then bend it again and back down to the floor. Over to the other side, lift your left leg and extend, bend, and lower. Then out to the side, lift your right leg, open, back to the middle, and down. Left leg up, open, back to the center, and down. Breathe in, stretch the arms up, and breathe out, circle wide and down. One more. And two nice shoulder rolls. And then one more time each leg, doing the lift, extend, bend, and down. Left leg, lift, extend, bend, and down. Then open to the side, lift, open, back to the middle, and down. Lift, open, middle, and down. Good, then breathe in, lift that right arm up towards the ceiling, and then breathe out as you slide the hand down the outside of your left leg. Good, and then breathe in, left arm up, and breathe out. And one more time each side just to finish. Good. And well done. That's your little workout finished. Comes in at just over 15 minutes, I would say, 15-20 minutes max. And hopefully you will feel more aware of your posture, how you stand, keep those shoulders back and down. And yes, I hope you enjoy. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Bye.